Space Boy. Amy is an ordinary person, excluding one thing. When she looks at people, she can taste them. Her best friend Gemna tastes like pineapple and jalapeno, for instance. Outside of this, Amy is a completely ordinary person. She has spent her entire life on a mining colony in deep space, expecting to live, work, and eventually die there, all without ever touching the Earth. However, when her father gets fired, she and her entire family are forced to leave and go to live on Earth, being put into cryogenic freezing as the trip to Earth will take 30 years. Upon arriving, everything on Earth is new and strange. Amy yearns to go home. She has no friends, with even speaking to Gemna seeming like a scary and daunting task, as she has changed during the 30 years, growing up and becoming older without her. However, she soon starts school again, where she makes friends who help her adjust to Earth. In the midst of the busyness of her new life, she meets a strange boy, a boy with no flavour. Space Boy is a webtoon which has many elements and plates to juggle, doing so perfectly, with the crux of the story being the character writing. The characters are all unique with their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as character arcs, which tie into the central themes of connection, love, and belonging throughout the story. Amy as a character personifies these themes. She starts out the story disconnected from the world around her due to being new to Earth and comatose for 30 years, making anyone aside from her parents now drastically different or just outright strangers. But she does find her footing and makes friends who round out the cast, bringing new character arcs which highlight themes of the story, as well as allowing us more insight into the world through telling Amy things about Earth and the universe as a whole which changed while she was in crypto freeze. The reason I bring this up is I want to highlight how the author was able to give the readers a natural self-insert in Amy through making it that she was in a comatose for 30 years and on Earth for the first time, having reactions similar to the ones we would have, and pointing out oddities and quirks of the world that the readers would also take note of, allowing us to feel seen by the narrative and relate more to Amy. Back on topic, let's talk about the second most important character, the boy with no flavour, who I will not be naming because the lack of knowledge of his name contributes to the initial suspense surrounding his character and his plotline before we learn that he's tied into some pretty deep cosmic mysteries. That's all I can say without going into spoilers, as well as having what is the saddest backstory of any person in the story. Like, honestly, you're not ready, especially since they were warned. Space Boy is a romance webtoon perfect for fans of sci-fi romances, mysteries, fish out of water, and coming of age.